Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Kotz and I'm the new Director of General Education here at East Bay. And I thought what I would do with this video is show you how to go through curriculog and make a new proposal. Um, what I've got here is just a document showing you just a few reminders of things that might be useful before you start, and then I will take you through the process. In terms of what might be useful to get ready before you do this, you should have all the syllabi ready. And this includes all modalities. So for example, if you're teaching on ground and want recertification and you want online asynchronous, you'll need a syllabus for both on ground and online asynchronous. And if you want to teach online synchronous, you'll also have to have a syllabus for that. Now, one thing I put here is that you do not need a hybrid syllabus if you're teaching any online modality and an on-ground modality. So you don't need a hybrid syllabus for that. But if you're only teaching on ground and you want to do hybrid, then you will need a hybrid syllabus. I find that it's also helpful to have your previous GE paperwork ready. Now, saying that, curriculog will pull in this material. So if it's anything like my classes, what it's going to pull in is something from 2017 when we were going through semester conversion. So what I've been doing for my courses is pulling up that paperwork and then changing it to make sure that it's reflective of what I am doing in my classes now. Okay, so let me bring up the window with curriculog. And here we go. Okay, so I've logged into my curriculog, and what you'll do is click on New Proposal. And what you will be doing, almost all of you will probably be doing, is recertification only. So what that means is there's no changes to your learning outcomes and that type of thing. You just want recertification for general education. That also includes recertification for any overlay. So what you would do is click this check mark. Now there's a little dropout box called a preview form that will give you the instructions if you want to look over things before you click on the start proposal. The other one you might be thinking about doing is revision/recertification. And revision is when you make sort of major changes like changing your learning outcomes and so on. Or if you want to add a new modality, say that right now you're approved for on ground and you want to add online asynchronous. So in this case, you want to check the revision. And you can also look at the preview form. So I'll just click on this preview form so you can take a look at it, bring it up, and it gives you, why you should be using this or when. And I'll go over this. So you do have a chance to work on some of your learning experiences and activities. So you can do some editing here in recertification only if you're changing your outcomes. So for example, your assessment, learning activities or learning experiences. For example, in 2017, I think I said I was going to do team-based learning. I'm not doing that in my classes, so I can change that of what will be pulled up. Deadline is October 15th, but remember that your deadline is actually set by your college. So when you need to get your curriculog proposal in. Okay, and then this form just goes through all the things you'll need. So you need these attachments and so on. So let me get out of here and I will start the proposal. So I will start it here with this check mark. And then I'm going to add my course that I want to recertify and make sure it's in the 2023-2024 catalog. I'm going to hit search. Okay, and it's my Ancient Egyptian Civilization course. So this is the one I want to be certified, so I am going to hit the arrow. Now it's going to show me all of this information of what's been pulled in, and sometimes you'll get this red area, and I will show you how to correct that. Let me go all the way down to the bottom, and then build my proposal. Okay, I paused my video because it took probably about a minute to get the proposal built. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So the same setup that you saw if you did the preview window, what recertification is for. and where you can actually edit the form. So again, it shows the deadline, some useful information, and then it gives you instructions for what you need to do. So I would suggest reading through all of this. Um, and then we'll also go through this last step after you hit launch. You need to actually approve your own launch. Okay, so let's go down. This is telling us the required attachments. And let me see. We will go down here. Okay, so the first thing it's going to ask us to do is do a course impact certification. And what you need to do that is to go up to the top and run this impact report. Now, unfortunately, curriculog doesn't have a way to automatically create a PDF of this. So what I'm going to do is click Run Impact Report. And it's going to build the impact report for me. And then it's going to show me any issues I might have with my course. And I'm going to pick the catalog and then click Generate Report. Okay, and so this is what curriculog wants you to make a copy of. And what you'll need to do is use your screen share. And since I'm using my own screen share, I can't actually make a copy of this because I'm using mine right now. So I will do that later. But anyway, what you have to do is do a screenshot and then save that as a PDF and have that ready for an attachment at the end. So I am going to go back down here and click on my course impact certification that I have attached the upload, and I will do that here. And if you look over here, there's the attachment symbol where you would attach it there. And then I'm also going to click, yes, I will attach a syllabus for every delivery method. So what I would do here is I would browse for my files. Let me go down and grab them. And I'm going to attach, let me attach one at a time. And I'm having a few issues with attaching because I'm also recording my screen. So I will do that later. So what this needs to do is once it's through us, it goes through all these different approvals, which we don't need to worry about right now. We'll go down here. Just make sure everything is correct. History 334, Ancient Egyptian Civilization. And down here, you'll notice that curriculog has pulled in the information for us. So it's pulled in the course description. I don't need to do that. It's approved for Upper Division C, and it's got a sustainability overlay. Here's the recommended preparations, prerequisites, the equivalent course. And again, I haven't typed in any of this. This is all pulled in by curriculog. Let me go down here. Okay, so now you got the student learning outcomes. Again, I haven't typed in any of this, and what you need to do is make sure that these student learning outcomes are on your syllabus. So make sure that that's all correct there. So we're doing that. It's approved. And the areas that are being considered for recertification, I'm going to be doing Upper Division C with sustainability. And have you attached? Now I haven't done that because again I'm screen sharing, so I'm going to click yes anyway. And then we'll get down to the learning outcomes. So you can see here's the GE learning outcome that was pulled in already. And then here's where I'm going to have to change a few things. So I did this course back in 2017 in terms of semester conversion, and my examples of learning experiences and activities have changed a bit than what I had planned, or what I had done in 2017. And when I last taught the course, I changed things up a bit. So what I'm going to do is pause the video. I'm going to bring up my old GE paperwork and just copy and paste these things in. So this is GE learning outcome number 1. Okay, so what I just did is I went in and copied and pasted from my newly formed GE paperwork to make sure that what I say I'm going to do is aligned with what's on my syllabus. Okay, so now I'm going to go down a little bit further. We'll skip some of this since my course is not a lab course. And we'll look for the course characteristics. And what I wanted to show is how sometimes the option doesn't show up. So like course characteristic number 1, it says select an option. So this is an upper division C. Advanced writing required at least 4,000 assigned words. Does this course meet? Yes, it does. And then now I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to copy in my newly formed course descriptions. Okay, so now I've typed in, copied and pasted my course characteristics that are new since I taught the class and since I did the last paperwork in 2017. And now we move down onto the overlay learning outcomes. Now, of course, you only do this if you have an overlay. So again, I'm going to stop the video and copy and paste my new materials that I wrote that are new since 2017. Okay, so I went through and updated all of my overlay outcomes to make sure they aligned with how I'm teaching the class now. And my application is pretty much done. I'm just scrolling down to the bottom. This is not a code class. Okay, so now what you need to do is save and launch. And you can, I mean, the recommendation is to be saving all your changes. And then what you do is validate and launch proposal. Now, I'm not going to do that because I wasn't able to save my impact report because I'm using my screen share and I can't take a screenshot of that. Anyway, so that is the how you create your proposal for recertification. And I do want to show you this website just as a reminder. So in the APS website, curriculum development, and then going to curriculog, you can find faculty training if you need something like that. Or what's probably more useful here are these quick start guides. Oops, and it's not letting me do that, so I will do that later. It's probably because I'm logged in with my personal account. Anyway, you click on the quick start guides, and those are actually videos showing you how to go through the entire process. And I do want to say, if you have any questions about this process, please contact me. My email is just kevin.kotz@csu eastbay.edu, and I'm more than happy to help you get through this process.